Hello Scorpios, welcome to this channel. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. This is your new moon reading. This new moon is happening in the sign of Pisces. It's on the 27th or the 28th depending upon where you live. So this reading is for this new moon cycle starting from this new moon till the next full moon. So let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon or your rising sign. If Scorpio is your sun sign, remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. So let's see what's coming through. And if you have a question for the cards, you can ask the cards now. Maybe you will find your answers here. Okay. So let's see what's coming through for you guys. Scorpio, this new moon cycle. Thank you. All right. So Scorpios, your cards are the Chariot, Two of Cups. Okay, so this card came through for Cancers as well. So maybe Cancer is in your chart, or you are dealing with a Cancer, or maybe this is the energy, new moon energy, maybe, you know, for the collective. So we are all are benefiting. Okay, the Tower. Okay, and moon is on the back of the deck. So that's the new moon energy. So you have three major arcana cards, Scorpions. Okay, moon, and then you have Chariot, and then the Tower card. Okay, so the moon's energy is a little bit tricky. Okay, so this is something that's influencing. This is the energy that's influencing what we have on the cards here. And this is something you may or may not be aware of. With the moon card, it feels like maybe you are feeling a little bit sensitive and emotional. It may have something to do with the environment, or it could be, past memory, some situations that you are dealing with, something to do with a parent, because moon here has to do with maternal energy. So something to do with the mother figure here. Or it could just be your, something to do with your own emotions, memories coming to the surface. So yes, you may feel a little bit sensitive, and something that you want to remember this new moon cycle, especially around the new moon. Remember to practicing like taking up a spiritual practice would be wonderful. That will help you stay more balanced, centered, and stay, remain grateful for what you have in your life. Because some fears, old fears may show up, and so that is something to be mindful of. Dreams, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuition, gut feeling, signs, synchronicities, because this is, it could be that you are feeling highly intuitive. So do not ignore these messages. And on the other hand, that is just one aspect of the moon. Okay. On the other hand, it could also be that you are overcoming some challenges. It could be, yes, internally you may be feeling a lot of things, but you are also braving it. This is also a card of courage and being strong and overcoming your challenges, overcoming your fears, those shadows that sometimes we deny, right? So this is you being aware of what's happening internally, but not letting it control you, but you are, still moving forward. You are being brave. On the one hand, this may have something to do with your emotional nature, what's happening. It could be, the environment you are in, or some situations you are coming across personally, health, something like that. Or it could also be other things, like it may have something to do with your career, your business, if relationship. If there is something that's important for you, something that you want to do, this is you taking risk, taking some calculated risk, and you are aware of the challenges, but you are, moving forward anyway. Things are not as they seem. you don't go by, be aware of assumptions, okay? Be aware of you don't want to assume anything. If there is something that you are not sure about, then asking questions is important. Asking the right questions is important. And yeah, and and also don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Sometimes we misjudge a situation, so that is something to be mindful of. You don't want to do that. Instead, if there is something, you want to take a step back and really reflect on things to gain a deeper understanding of the situation before you do something, right? Or it could also be, proper communication is important. So you are not letting your, what's happening, you don't want to let that affect you. The Scorpio here, that is your energy. You are showing up, and but this is the energy of Cancer. Moon is ruled by Cancer. Chariot is also ruled by Cancer. So strong Cancer energy is coming through. So it may have something to do with the new moon, or it could be that you are dealing with a Cancer here. All right, so there is a new so with the Chariot, it feels like, you are in control. What's, regardless of what's happening, it's like you are aware of the the internal conflicts that are happening, but also yeah, so because you are aware, you are in control, you are not letting yourself be distracted. But this is you, taking a step back to really look through things, to make sure you are understanding things clearly before moving forward with something. So again, it may have something to do with a partnership, collaboration, something to do with your business, your career. Looks like this is a turning point in your life, Scorpio. And so the decisions you are making at this time is extremely important. So make sure that you are considering all aspects before you make any important decisions. It could also be that you are in an environment where there are different personalities, and you could also be coming across different kinds of experiences, but this is about being aware of what you have, what's in your hands, what's not, and not getting distracted by what's happening around you, okay? But also be aware of what's going on internally, the emotions. It could also be fear, memories, things like that, because you don't want that to affect your choices, your decisions, right? Okay, so travel is coming through strongly, okay? So if you guys are planning a trip, be proactive and make sure you are making the bookings and everything in advance, so you don't have to worry about anything later. Or this could also be you rushing through things, last minute changes, so you just want to make sure you are being proactive, taking care of things in advance. There are multiple priorities that you are coming across. So it could be that you have several things that are pulling you in different directions. It could be different areas of your life. It could be, your work related. So it's really important to plan your day, plan your schedule. Also be aware of what is it that you want, how you want to do things, So things needs to be clear in your mind in order for you to move in the right direction. Otherwise, just to avoid distractions, it could be people's opinions, it could be uh, all the options that are available to us. So just know clearly in your mind what you want before you make any decisions moving forward with anything. There is yes, these are the peoples, they may not be on the same page as you are. Maybe it could be business collaboration, it could be people personal life, it could be your kids, it could be roommates. So whatever the situation is, it could be that maybe they are not on the same page as you are. They do things differently, they have different way of doing things, but looks like there is a communication happening. There is a reciprocity. It could be that you guys are finally sitting down and having a conversation, and there is equal giving, equal exchange, meaning listening, and also asking the right sharing your thoughts, your opinions, and also listening to what the other person. So there is a beautiful connection happening. However, you also have this coming through. So it could be that it may have something to do with this connection here, or it could be totally something else, okay? If it has something to do with a conversation, just be prepared for this conversation. And you don't want to go into that conversation feeling emotional about things. So it's important before you have that conversation, you are really settling down, and so the emotions, so you don't get entangled in the other person's emotions, your own emotions, because otherwise we won't be able to perceive things properly, right? So you just want to make sure that emotions are out of the way. It's about being also practical thinking is also important. Being logic and reasoning is also important. Our emotions are messengers, right? They let us know what's happening and what we need to do in order to be in control of the situation. And we can only be in control of ourselves, our own emotion, not the external, right? So our emotions are the messengers. So when you are feeling that emotion, it's important to take a step back to really balance your energies, being in control of yourself before you have that conversation. Otherwise things will be all over the place. So that is something to be mindful of. It could also be that it's important to keep an open mind. So if it has to do with this, maybe it's like I said, it could be something totally different. So whatever the situation that you are going through now, it's important to keep an open mind and remain flexible. It could be travel for some of you. Certain things may come up and you might have to reschedule, or you might have to remain a little bit flexible and things like that. So make room for flexibility. If it has to do with communication, conversations, maybe maybe you will be challenged to, it could be criticism, it could be someone wanting you to do things in a certain way, something like that. So it's important to again ground your energies, and really understand what the expectations are and things like that. um, yeah, so keeping an open mind is important, and staying open to different way of doing things, staying open to different possibilities, um, is important this moon cycle, this new moon cycle. Okay. On the other hand, what I'm also seeing is some obstacles, some delays that you have been coming across, that's going away. This is a blessing in a disguise. Okay, so things may look messy on the surface, and something similar came through for Cancers as well. And they had similar cards. So yes, things may look a little bit messy. However, there is a blessing hidden in that moment. You may not see it now. So it's important to just go with the flow and let things be. Do not resist or try to control things, because otherwise it will only get challenging. So it's important to just, you know, remain calm and go through these changes in a calm way. And once this dust settles down, you will know what this was all about. Yeah, but what I'm seeing is a blessing. So the obstacles, something that you have been coming across, blocks, it could be internal, it could be external blocks, that's now going away. Delays are going away. And once this is gone, you will know what's on the other side. So there is a breakthrough happening, Scorpio. Yes. Again, it could be, you know, internal for some of you, the way you are perceiving and understanding things, and that is helping you open up, you know, your energies and balance your energies. If you felt, you know, stagnant, then this is helping you open up the energies and create that forward momentum. And Scorpio, so this could also be happening because of your own inner work that you are doing. So it may have strong spiritual significance because you have 3 major arcana cards. It could be that you guys are, you know, taking up some spiritual practice which is helping you balance and ground your energies, connect with your own higher self. And because of that, you are seeing certain circumstances in a totally different light. You know, it could be people in your life, it could be the delays and obstacles that you were coming across, the blocks you were coming across, or something to do with your career, health, something like that. So because of that inner, you are able to establish a sense of inner peace and harmony. Because of that, there's some changes happening in your external. Okay, and you might wonder why this is happening now that you everything, you are feeling that sense of harmony, peace, and you know, everything. But then this is actually happening for the best. You know, these are positive changes. Maybe, you know, certain things that you have outgrown is now going away, and sometimes we hold on to things, you know, because it's comfortable, it's familiar, so we don't want to rock the boat, so we hold on to things as if our life depends on it, right? But it may not be healthy for us, it may not be good for us. So because of the internal changes that are happening, your connection to yourself, your, you know, your spiritual practice, the personal growth, you know, the journey that you were on, certain things are now falling away, like things that doesn't resonate with you anymore, that is falling away. It could be relationships, it could be, you know, friendships, it could be something that you were busy with, it could be projects, it could be something to do with your career. But then it's actually paving the way for something new. You know, so you are only letting go of things that you don't need anymore, something that you have outgrown. So it's all about perspectives and knowing that everything happens for a reason. And when sometimes when things fall apart, we feel like, oh, there is this sense of loss. What's going to happen? There is anxiety, there is fear, and things like that. However, we also need to remember that maybe things are falling in place for us, right? Maybe, yeah, this is a blessing. So that's what you want to focus on. What's the blessing here? It could be something, a small, something that you are coming across, or it could be something major. So regardless of the circumstances, situations, there is an opportunity. Okay. Now, if you have a question for the cards, you can ask the cards now, and let's see what's coming through. On the other hand, this could also be emotional outburst. So just be aware of emotional stuff that is how you are feeling about things, and it could be a sudden outburst. So just be mindful. And if you are, if you have like a meeting, or again like travel, just make sure you are leaving on time, so you don't have to rush. For some, this could also be a relocation. Maybe you are moving, changing homes, moving to a different state, different country, or just, a new home, and you might have to let go of certain things. So there is a transition happening. Or it could be that you are in between jobs or something. Something to do with your vehicle. So, yeah, transportation. So if the maintenance is due, if you are coming across some issues, do not wait till the last moment. Maybe take it to the mechanic and get that fixed, so you don't have to worry about things later on. Same goes for your health. If you are experiencing something, just be mindful of what's happening in the body. And it's all about being present. If there is something that you are experiencing, you might want to get a checkup done, and get that out of the way, so you don't have to worry about things. And some Scorpions, this is also, maybe this new moon cycle, you are thinking about cleaning up. It could be decluttering home, your vehicle, your closet, your workspace, your home space. Maybe you are throwing out things that you don't need anymore, and creating more room, simplifying things. Maybe that is something that that you guys are focusing on right now. Okay. So Scorpions, your message is keeping it in check. Number 8. Okay. Number 8 in tarot is the Strength card. So Strength card has to do with being strong. However, it could also be that maybe you guys might come across some power struggles, some manipulation here and there. So that is something to be mindful of. So just be aware of what's happening within you, outside. And but then it's it's and strength, it's about being strong. So whatever it is that you are coming across, a situation that you are coming across, moon, what I want to say is just focus on creating that sense of inner peace and balance so you can navigate this situation in a efficient way, in an effective way, without losing your calm. So the message is, pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So that's something that I was talking about in the beginning. So certain things are not as they seem. So you don't want to go by what's being shown to you. Instead, you want to make sure you are understanding. So don't, we don't want to blindly trust someone's words. Instead, you want to, if something is not clear, then ask the right questions, ask the right people, and also make sure that you are taking time to really dive a little bit deeper and understanding things clearly before moving forward with anything. So it could be a business venture, okay? It could be like contracts, agreements, something like that. It could be something to do with personal relationships. When emotions comes in between, we don't see things clearly. So something to be mindful of. It doesn't have to be you, it could be the other person, okay? So, or it could be, health related. Again, something to do with your home, your vehicle. So before making an important decision, just know, like, if you can save it. For some reason, that's what I am getting. If you can save it, I don't know, take it as it resonates. If you are moving into a relationship, if this is a new relationship, just know what you are getting into. It's important to have that conversation if this is a new person. So let's see what this is all about. Number 8. So be aware of expectations, okay? Before you make any commitment or anything, just you want to be sure of things, okay? By being more aware, you can learn how to be comfortable. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Pay attention to what's going on around here. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. By being more aware, you can learn how to be comfortable in your own vulnerability. Pay attention to what's going on. Be sure to evaluate a situation and how it makes you feel. If you are feeling exposed, worried, or vulnerable, consider what's causing you to have these emotions so you can release them. It's time to get back into the flow of your life. Make sure you are not trying to control outcomes or what's going on around you. On some level, your intuition is trying to counsel you. Pay attention to your dreams to receive more clues. This is not a time for action. Sit back, make some observations, and find out what's happening at the core of the matter. Ask yourself some basic questions about what you want. Clarifying your intentions may help you reevaluate what you are doing. Sea otters live near shore environments. They gather their food from the ocean floor. They prey mostly on sea urchins. They are credited with controlling damage to sea kelp by reducing the number of sea urchins. Sea otters are believed to understand the emotions, the mind, and the subconscious, and indicate the importance of being receptive to and aware of your own emotions and those of others. Stay tuned in to clearly determine what you want and don't want. There you go. So that's exactly something that we were talking about. So yeah, especially during new moon. Just be aware of what's happening, and maybe now is a great time if you want to take a break or take some time just for yourself to understand what's going on internally, and also taking up a spiritual practice would be highly beneficial during this time, so you can navigate whatever the situation is in a calm way without getting overwhelmed. Okay. So, all right, Scorpions, I hope this was helpful. Please do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, yeah, and share with whoever needs to hear these messages, because we can always be proactive. If this is the energy that's coming your way, you can do what you can to avoid, you know. So, yes, please take good care of yourself and remember to watch your moon and the rising sign as well if Scorpio is your sun sign. And sending you all new moon blessings. Take care. Bye bye.